Fulton County prosecutors are asking for rapper Young Thug's probation to be revoked.
Yeah, a new filing accuses the rapper, whose legal name is Jeffrey Williams, of having a blatant disregard for the law. 11 Alive's Karis Belger joining us from the Fulton County Courthouse. Karis, have we heard from Young Thug's attorney about this latest filing?
We have. Brian Steele did share a statement with our newsroom. In it, he says in part that his client did nothing wrong. As for this filing, it accuses Young Thug of intimidating people using social media. One instance in particular mentions a gang investigator who is also testifying in another hearing and was not supposed to be shown on camera per a court order. The filing alleges that after a known blogger shared a post with that investigator's face, Williams shared the post with the caption calling her the, quote, biggest liar in the district attorney's office. Later, the filing states that the investigator's address and those of her relatives were shared online, and it also says threats were made against Fulton County DA Fany Willis. Young Thug's attorney Brian Steele shared the following statement with us. It says this motion is baseless, and while intimidation and threats of violence are never appropriate, Jeffrey Williams has done nothing wrong. We look forward to seeking a dismissal of this petition. So a note about Young Thug's probation agreement: he is not allowed to engage in any sort of gang activity, nor is he allowed to engage in any sort of behavior that could undermine the judicial system. He is allowed to come to Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in Atlanta for business or professional reasons, but he cannot stay for longer than 2 weeks. Also, as a part of this, he has to return to Atlanta 4 times a year for community service, where he talks to schools and youth groups about gang activity and the dangers involved in it. In downtown Atlanta, I'm Karis Belger, 11 Alive News.
All right, Karis, thank you.
Oh, Lord. Thug. Come on, Thug, man. What you doing? What do you miss that cold sale or something? You tweaking. Come on, man. See, until I really read the little, how read the article and seen the situation and really seen how it went down, I was really shook. And I was still shook until, till the information came out today. But Thug, what are you doing, my brother? I know you trying to be loyal to Lil Dominique. I know you trying to be loyal to Lil Baby because, he was the only one stood up for you. He was mostly like one of the only ones stood up for you, so I get it. You trying to protect him, but no, that ain't how you do it. Yes, you back on the 808 Lounge with your boy Clint Joseph, man. What's going on, man? What we got going on? How y'all doing, man? Shout out to my loungers off the flap. Y'all already know what it is. First and foremost, the loungers, the tribe. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, man. Shout out to y'all before anything. Yes, sir. But we gonna get right into it. And on today's agenda, we have Jeffrey Williams, aka Thugger, Young Thugger, on the agenda. Yeah, man, we got Young Thugger on the agenda, and we got Fany Willis on the agenda, the head district attorney of Fulton County, Georgia, with her good hating ass. For real. And unfortunately, it's trending right now on social media very highly. Thugger has, some say violated, but he hasn't actually violated yet. The state has put in a motion to violate his probation because of a couple things he posted or a couple things he reposted. Let me correct myself. Reposted. That's when I realized he reposted something that y'all they wasn't gonna really be able to do too much to him. But yeah, he reposted this post made about this undercover. I don't know if she's an officer or of the law. That's what that's what I was hearing. But anyway, somebody who was testifying in a case that may be coming about with some other gang and 4PF. Yes, they say Lil Baby will be getting indicted soon. That's crazy. But I hope it doesn't happen, but that's what I've heard. But anyway, she's testifying in that trial right now. And obviously she said something that she was, that everybody didn't like and everybody didn't approve of. And somebody posted her, and said some things about her. And Thug reposted her and said she was the biggest liar in the DA office. You know what I'm saying? So they tried to take that and tried to say that, you know, that Thug was, you know, trying to harass or trying to intimidate. You know, they was just, you know, they trying to do anything right now. That's why I wish she wouldn't have done that. You know, Fany Willis them. So they, you know, they tried to get him, you know, violated. But before I show y'all the next clips, I need y'all to go to my YouTube and to subscribe at 808-Lounge, my TikTok at 808 Lounge 941, and my Facebook at 808 Lounge. Yes, sir. Get into it. But yeah, Miss Fany Willis, you know, she on my dog trail. You know, she on that boy trail, man. And I don't even know what possessed him to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you this clip, man, of what academics breaking it down a little better for you.
This is how you know this 4PF shit is real. Young Thug posted the woman. This is Marissa Vivierdo. He said, biggest liar in the DA office. He posted her. Okay? And then he also reposted, all my homies hate Vivierdo. Now, this is someone who is a officer of the law. This is someone who is a government official. When you do that and you're under probation, the government is going to be like, oh, are you sending a smoke signal that people should hurt this woman? That's why they're doing a motion to revoke his shit. Why did he do this? Because she's testifying in the OMF case, and she's basically saying, yo, OMF and 4PF, Lil Baby and them, they're beefing and niggas is dying and indictments finna come down. So Young Thug, I don't know why he did this. He tweeted her out. He should have left this alone. So that's why they're revoking it.
Yeah, so as y'all can see, man, so it's crazy, man. But yeah, Thug, man, sit down, man, bro. Like, relax. Relax. Enjoy this freedom, bro. You know what I'm saying? You may not be, you can't stop what maybe about to happen to Lil Baby. That's the inevitable. Inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Lil Baby made a lot of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? On what, you know, naming his group. You know what I'm saying? Naming his rap group after his little gang or however. Whatever it was. I'm not gonna say it was a gang, but you know, after, you know, he mixed business with, you know, his little street shit. And you know that never turns out right. And you can't stop what's gonna happen to him. You feel me? I hope he don't get indicted, but you know, they blaming him for the little situation where the little two kids got, you know, killed or whatever, and they really like putting his name on it. They saying he shot a video in his people, in his ops, you know what I'm saying, territory or whatever. And that's what sparked everything up.
The overall theme in this case is grown men playing gangster.
Atlanta police say these are the innocent faces of gang violence in Atlanta. Two of them, 13-year-old boys Jacody Davis and Lamont Freeman, were killed. And 11-year-old Dontavius Davis was wounded last July in a shooting on Spark Street. APD says Freeman was killed on his 13th birthday.
Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life.
During an afternoon news conference, investigators blamed the deadly shooting on a local rapper. They said the attack was in retaliation for the rapper entering a rival gang's territory to film a music video.
In the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions, and you know who you are.
Authorities say a high-ranking member of the Goodfellas gang who was incarcerated orchestrated the attack using a smuggled cell phone. Following those instructions, the suspects opened fire at an apartment complex where the 3 young teens were gathered to celebrate Freeman's birthday. Police say they weren't the targets.
These kids were innocent victims. So when we talk about the gang involvement, these 2 13-year-olds and this 11-year-old, they didn't have a gang involvement.
Those arrested were identified as Keontae Sanders, Richard Hollis, Reginald Thomas, DeKeithion Mobley, Marcus Crawford, Tradon Crawford, and Ali Caldwell. The final 2 were arrested Tuesday.
So they really blaming Lil Baby for that. And I know, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, they talking about they got a RICO about to come. They supposed to be snatching them in a little bit or whatever. I hope it doesn't happen, but Thugger, you got to stay out of that. Yeah, so, you know, it came out today news that, you know, Judge Paige Reese Whitaker, YSL Whitaker, as they call her, you know, she felt like you know, what Thug did was not exactly enough to get him violated or nothing like that. And I'm going to read from the article what it says. It says on April 3rd, 2025, a Fulton County judge ruled that Young Thug's social media posts prosecutors allege violates his probation did not meet the threshold for a violation, but advised him to exercise restraint regarding certain topics. Straight up. So she basically told him like, hey, you know, you was walking on the line this time, but you know, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Cause certain subjects, you know, you know that might get you flipped. And if you ask me, he need to walk tread lightly on all subjects. Just don't even have an opinion, bro. You can have one, but don't the world ain't got to know about it right now, man. Just walk light till you get off that, man. You know, none of that ain't really worth it. You know, Wham gonna have to, you know, little baby gonna have to deal with what he got to deal with. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yes, sir. Hey, shout out to all my people that showed my last little video, Love in the City. You feel me? Shout out to my city, Manatee County, man. We got to get it together. You dig? But yes, sir. This is your boy Clint Josie over here at 808 Lounge. And man, y'all get in the comments, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. What y'all feel? Thugger need to just, you know, be the hell quiet and just chill and stop having an opinion on it? Or do y'all feel like Fany Willis just, you know, on his trail and they, you know, they treating them bad and they just, you know, they trying to, you know, nitpick. They being petty. Y'all let me know how y'all feel, man. Yes, sir. This Clint Joseph over here at 808 Lounge. And you already know what time is with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be signing out. Yes, sir.